Hello, friends. We got great stuff this week. We even have a Simpsons reference. Yes, it's life. What is it? Life imitates art. It actually happened. So let's talk about it. Let's go mortgage stuff first, obviously. Rates still sitting in that mid-6 range. We kind of, if you've noticed, we popped around from FreddieMac.com. We like it, but they don't come out as early as they once used to. So here we go. We got a 6.5-ish, give or take, according to Investorpedia. We're going to just kind of use different mediums to show everybody what's out there. But here's the market, guys. Check it out. Remember, green is good. You can see SVB Bank over here. Those woes sent everything lower. Remember, green is good, which means higher means lower rates. You can see how they've slipped a little bit this week. But you can see for the most part, they've been trading in narrow trading range here for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Notice that big blue line that's just gradually slanting down. That's the 200-day moving average. Very formidable opponent, meaning you can see how the rates will like touch it, test it, and not be able to break it. So I don't know for the immediate run. We may be hanging out sideways here for a while. I don't know if we're going to see any immediate improvement over the next week or two, but time will tell. So what's happened this week? I found this article interesting. It's New York Times. If you want to go look it up, you're welcome to. Basically, it's talking about the Fed has that target for inflation of 2%. And where did it come from? So this article, which unbeknownst to me, Mr. Alan Greenspan gets credit for saying it, but the truth is Janet Yellen. Yes, she was around back then too. She's the Treasury Secretary right now. But she basically just pressed Mr. Greenspan for a number. He said, we just want inflation to be low, to be normal, just using kind of vague words. She's the one that pressed that basically made him say, give me a number, and the number is 2%. So this magic 2% now is kind of the Fed's target. I just thought that was interesting. That was back, I think, in early 90s, late 80s, I think it was 1996. There you go, 1996. Here's something to share. So if you are watching and you are in the business with me, if you're a realtor, if you're a builder, you're somebody that needs to just show the truth, guess what, guys? Diana Oleg on CNBC, like she's always negative. It is what it is. That sells more headlines. I understand that. But look, Case-Shiller and FHFA. So what is FHFA? That's the boss of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Okay. So they got good intel on houses, right? But Case-Shiller and then both FHFA showed that house appreciation has increased year over year. So according to Case-Shiller, it's up 3.8%. Now that's down from the all-time peak 3%. Big deal. So when people talk about a housing crash, again, just big picture, not seeing it. Yes, there's pockets of the country, not Dallas-Fort Worth, where we are seeing, they are seeing big drops. But the reality, guys, up year over year 3.8 for FHFA, meaning homes that are kind of like the normal homes where Fannie and Freddie get normal conventional financing. Year over year appreciation's up 5%, and it's only down from the peak at 0.6. So what does that tell you? The 3% drop, probably the bigger homes, probably the East and West Coast, right? So on the Case-Shiller, where it's everything versus FHFA, again, that's excluding jumbos. So it would tell you that for the most part, things are still good. House prices are still appreciating. We've been saying this over and over and over every Thursday. I'm sorry to sound like a broken record, but those are the stats and facts. First-time homebuyers. So you guys, we've talked a little bit, it won't bore you, but Fannie and Freddie have come out and said that these new adjustments to make rates higher, if people have like higher debt ratios and things, they're not going to hit the first-time homebuyers. So that's always a plus. This one I thought was really cool. So literally, I think there was a tale of two housing markets. Charles Dickens reference there, tale of two cities, right? So this is a tale of two housing markets. Look at this, divide the country, and they use Austin. Everything west of Austin, no bueno. Everything east of Austin, bueno, good, green. So check out the appreciation, the price change. Everything's green from Austin to east. Austin's the only thing in Texas that's not a green. Everything else is no bueno. So again, the big housing prices drops. You can see Seattle, San Francisco, San Jose, the big markets that move a ton and then fall a ton. And on the right side, look at Buffalo. Props to Buffalo, right? Coming in at 8.3%. Like, who knew? So Miami, Orlando, all those things. Again, guys, January 2022 to 2023, you can see the change in home prices. So things are still good. And on the right side, you can see the numbers over there with a cool chart. But here's the thing, guys, share it for all my people here in North Texas. Share this. Plano, number, 11 on the 23 best cities to live in America. And there's all kinds of things. This is according to the Fox 4 News. I'm sure Richardson, Texas underneath that, by the way, we forgot to highlight that, but look at number 12, Plano and Richardson both. So Dallas Fort Worth is amazing, best place to live. Now the fun stuff, Chat GPT, you guys probably seen all the news, like, everybody's worried about the AI, and I get it. Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to come back as Terminator to get us. But I thought this was interesting. Apparently accounting, if you're in accounting, Chat GPT and AI is your biggest risk. Nearly 20% of the workforce is going to be threatened with AI coming in and maybe, impeding your job, or not impeding, but eliminating your job or reducing it in some form or fashion. So that was interesting. That's the Wall Street Journal. Here's where, again, art, I guess life imitates art. So The Simpsons, and I don't even know when, let's see, 1990, there was an episode, and I remember this vividly because I saw this, I was like, I went and found this article, seen it, but I think it was in Florida, I want to say. The current article says somewhere in Florida, they basically are trying to get the Statue of David like out of like art class. And so the Italian mayor, and I've seen the Statue of David, that's a humble brag, but they invited the teacher, the superintendent, whoever it was, to come over and actually see Michelangelo's David. But it was just hilarious because in the episode, it was all about pornography and all this other stuff. And at the end, they realized that that's art, not pornography. So there you go. Everything's bigger in Texas, guys. Dallas, number one, Dallas and Fort Worth, two different cities. Put them together, that makes for a monster big city. But for total vacant land, as we know in North Texas, why are we so great? Because we got land and land and land and land. We keep building, keeping house prices affordable compared to that of what we saw with San Francisco, Miami, and all that stuff. But we lead the country with availability for places to build. So you can see Texas crushing it, right? Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, number 4, Houston, number 5, Austin, number 8-ish. Stop counting, but that's amazing. Lastly, guys, as always, get social, baby. Come on, follow us. We got Mark Madness going on. We got some giveaways. We're in week 3 of those giveaways. Hop on there. $150 gift card so you can go watch. I'm going to watch Iowa tomorrow night, playing the women's Final Four, so that'll be super fun. Go Hawkeyes. And as always, guys, we appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and call us if you need anything. Bye, guys.